Hi guys, welcome to Chem Clarity. Today we'll be discussing separation techniques. What do we understand by separation techniques and what do we use separation techniques for? Separation techniques is the method by which we can separate our mixture. And what do we understand by mixture? Mixture is the combination of two or more substances. If you are just coming across my video, make sure you subscribe, like, follow and share. As I said before, mixture is the combination of two or more substances, and our mixture can be in two cases. We can have homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. When we say something is homogeneous, that means our mixture, the components of that mixture are of the same phases. When your mixture have only one phase, that's homogeneous mixture. And heterogeneous mixture, this is a kind of mixture in which the components of that mixture are of different phases. When you have palm oil and water, though they are liquid and liquid, but they cannot mix together. They will form different layers. That's why we say they are heterogeneous in nature. So when we have this kind of mixture, how are we going to separate it? How are we going to get the mixture into separate containers? If you have a mixture and you want to separate it, then how are we going to go about it? Let's find out. The first method that we can use to separate our mixture is, number one, is sieving. Sieving method is a separation technique of which we can separate two insoluble solids of different sizes. Two insoluble solids of different sizes. So when we have two solids mixing together but they are of different sizes, sieving method is the most appropriate for separating such mixture. And another method is magnetization. Magnetization. From the word magnet, we all should know what that one will mean. So let's check. Magnetization is a separation technique of separating magnetic attracting components. You have a mixture and one of the components of your mixture can attract magnets. So in that case, we can use magnetization methods to separate out that particular component. Magnetization method to separate magnetic attracting components. And another method that we can use is decantation. Another method is decantation, and what this simply means is that it can be used to separate insoluble solid from a liquid. To separate insoluble solid from liquid. How can we use decantation to separate mixture? We said you can use it to separate insoluble solid from liquid. This can easily be done by allowing your solid to stand in that liquid, maybe for hours, for days. Then you are going to decant it, and your solid that you separated from the mixture is called decant. Another method that we can use, this is 3. And another method that we can use is filtration. Another method is filtration, and this is a method of separating insoluble solid from our mixture. Now, looking at it, it relates to decantation, but remember I said decantation, you will allow that your solid to stand maybe for hours, for days. But in filtration, it can be used to separate insoluble solid from liquid with the aid of filter paper. So in filtration, we use filter paper to separate our solid from the mixture, but in decantation, though they are separating the same insoluble solid from liquids, but this one is going to stand for some times. So we are going to let it to settle down before we can separate it. And most common method is evaporation. Another method is evaporation. This process is used to separate our solute from the solution. Maybe you mistakenly mix your salt and your water together. You know it will dissolve in it, but you need that salt. How you can get it is simply by evaporation. You can simply get your solute, which is your salt, from your solution by evaporation, and this is done by drying to dryness. Separation of solutes from solution by heating to dryness. So we are going to heat that solution until it dries so as to get our solute. Another method is distillation. I've lost the count of the number. Anyways, another method is distillation, and this is simply a method of separating two liquids. To separate two liquids with wide range in boiling point. So it is used to separate two liquids with wide range in their boiling point, wide difference in boiling point. Maybe your mixture, one of the components have 20 degree of boiling point and the other component have 50 degree as boiling point. You can see wide range in that boiling point. You can see the difference. The difference is too large. Then in that case, distillation is the most appropriate to use. Then another method is fractional distillation. Someone will ask, what's the difference between fractional distillation and distillation? Is it not the same? Though they are of the same thing. Distillation is to separate two liquids with wide range in their boiling point, while fractional distillation is to separate two liquids with close range in boiling point. This one is close range and this one is wide range. So that's the difference between fractional distillation and normal distillation. Normal distillation is the one that we usually use in the lab, while fractional distillation is used in refineries. Because if you want to separate the mixture of crude oil, you want to separate petroleum, you can see a closer range in the components of our crude oil. That's why we usually use fractional distillation in refineries, and normal distillation, that we call simple distillation, is mostly used in the lab. Another method that we can use is sublimation. Sublimation is also a type of separation technique, and it is used to separate solids, vaporizing solids, to separate sorry, vaporizing solids. When your solid change directly from solid to gas, that's where we say it has sublime. When we have a solid in our component, with time that solid changes to gas, then that method is sublimation, because when your solid changes directly from solid state to gaseous state instead of normal route of our change in matter. You know, when we have solid, normally it should go to liquid, then it will go to gas, right? But now if your solid should change directly to gas without passing through this phase, this liquid phase, then we can say it has sublimed. So that's where sublimation comes. Another method that we have is use of separating funnel. Use of separating funnel. If you know the answer, drop it in the comment section. Okay guys, we have come to the end of this video. If you have not subscribed, make sure you do so as to see more of my videos. See you guys in my next video.